Me going up to them. I swear to God, I just went to Chipotle after the gym. Immediately make eye contact with this guy. He was very good looking. I could tell that he was interested in me. And I could tell he was looking at me for a long time. When I walked in, he was checking out. So he should have been leaving. I go in line. He circled the block and went to use the bathroom. And I could see him in the reflection of the Chipotle like thing. I could see him looking at me from behind. I also was wearing gym shorts, so he might have just been looking at my eye. Anyway, looking out, I walk right past him and start walking to my car. And the second I get in my car, he gets up and leaves and goes to his car. And I have a Tesla, so I had all my cameras on and saw him walking behind my car, like staring at me. Just come up and fucking say something, bro. Like, such I just don't what are you guys worried about? Rejection? Do you need a tampon? Get the fuck over it.
Oh, she seems lovely, but yeah, I get it. But if she noticed him and was attracted to him, why didn't she approach him herself? And there are valid reasons as to why he didn't approach her right there, especially after leaving the gym. Probably trying to avoid stalker allegations, or maybe he didn't want to make her feel uncomfortable. Nowadays, men are very cautious because one wrong move can be twisted into harassment. The reality is, a lot of men have learned that it's safer to stay in their lane unless a woman makes it clear she's open and interested. And honestly, if she truly liked him, nothing was stopping her from starting that conversation herself.
Guys, I just posted another video on chasing versus pursuing. If you have been after a girl and you feel that you're not desperate, that you're just being the nice guy, and you're being like a gentleman, and she's just not taking the bait, then she does not like you. It's not that you're desperate. It's not that you're chasing. It's that you're pursuing, but the person you're pursuing does not like it. She's not digging it. Give it 2 swings and then you're out.
Dudes be like, I don't chase women. Okay, bro, go find you a king. Because I've never seen a Super Bowl trophy just be handed to the winning team. They've always had to earn it.
Men that claim that they don't chase women are so... sorry. Lame to me. Lame. What do you do? What do you chase after then? What do you do? I'm confused. You don't chase after women. So you're either going to be with a woman that chases after you. And let's be real. Let's be so fucking for real for 1 second, if we could be anything. Men don't like when women chase after them, right? It's not even natural for a woman to be chasing after a man. Men are supposed to chase after women. So if you are up in my face telling me you don't chase women, oh, I don't do all that. Oh, okay. Then be with a woman that chases you. And good luck liking her, right? For real. Because you're always going to have a wandering eye looking at women that you're not willing to chase. You're not willing to put the work in. So you just settled with who was desperate and lonely enough to chase after you. Okay. I just want to make sure you know how that sounds. Okay? Okay.
Oh, I just love the insult. Men that don't chase women are boring. In reality, men who don't chase women aren't boring at all. They're men who don't chase anything out of desperation, and that includes women. They're focused on their purpose, their goals, their growth. That's what makes them interesting and attractive. It shows they're not operating from a place of neediness or insecurity. And the moment you're not obsessed with them, the moment you don't constantly validate them, something shifts. They start to insinuate and assume all kinds of things because they realize they can't control you. They may even project their own insecurities, accusing you of being cold or detached, when in truth they're just uncomfortable with a man who values himself and won't bend over backwards for attention. And then she says those men chase dick, as if the only reason a man wouldn't run after a woman is because he must secretly be interested in men. That kind of comment says more about her mindset than it does about him. She can't imagine a man choosing discipline over chasing validation.
You know what I notice about the men these days? They love a good chase. Like a hoe. Like they want to be chased like a hoe. And I'm just not gonna do it. Like, I am an old school original OG, okay? Like, if a man is interested in me, that man is going to pursue me. If that man doesn't pursue me, I assume he's not interested in me. And then That's it. That's the end of that.
The reason why he didn't come chasing after you, even though you know the connection was real, it would have been the perfect dynamic, isn't because he didn't feel a connection, and it's definitely not because of you. Take that idea and get rid of it. The reason why he didn't come chasing after you was because it would have required him to step into the fullest version of himself and let go of his ego, take accountability, and be the man that you need him to be. It's not because he didn't have feelings for you.
You know why men are mad that women are getting provided for?
Mad, is it? Do tell.
Because they want to be the women.
Oh, of course. That would have to be the answer, wouldn't it? Because there couldn't be any possible other rational explanation, now could there?
They want to get paid to exist.
Paid to exist? Who gets paid to exist? Where exactly are they living? Because I'm sure that there's a lot of people out there that would just love to sit around and do nothing and get paid. But most rational people understand that you actually have to earn your way in life. That's how reality works.
If a man swapped bodies with a woman for a day, the first thing all men say they would do is go do exactly what they judge women for. Oh, I would go sleep around, or I would go to the club and I would get guys to buy me drinks. I would go find an old man to buy me a bunch of stuff.
Maybe they just finally want to understand what it feels like to act completely irresponsibly and not be held to account for it.
So any man that acts jealous of you or judges you is just in the closet. He wants to be a woman.
Wow. So prejudice and bigotry are back on the table. But only in so much as that it's used to shame men. Then homophobic and transphobic language is perfectly acceptable as long as it's coming from a woman.
I don't know where she pulled this idea from, but men aren't mad that women are being provided for, nor do they want to be paid to exist. They don't live in that kind of delusion like most women do. Men know that if they don't perform, it affects their entire life. Career, stability, relationships, everything. Men live in a results-driven world, and they don't get rewarded for simply existing. That's why it blows my mind when some women act like just being a woman is enough to justify entitlement. Men don't get that luxury. If a man slacks, he loses everything. That being said, on the other hand, a lot of women don't even have to do anything. If a man finds her beautiful, he'll just save her. Men can't do that. A man can't sit around with nothing to offer and expect a woman to come lift him out of his struggles. Society doesn't reward men for existing. It demands performance.
I understand that you may have had experiences with girls where you put yourself out there, made yourself vulnerable, and you ended up getting hurt in the end. And now your solution is, I'm never chasing a girl again. The issue with that logic is that you are putting the blame on a past girl in your life on every other woman. All these girls that have never done anything to you, including your future wife, are now getting punished for the actions of this one or few girls in your past. What you don't understand is that you're taking the easy way out, and the easy way out is rarely the right thing to do. What you should be doing is learning the signs and what to look out for. Being able to spot a girl worth chasing versus every other girl.
Okay, so I have another controversial topic, but as y'all know, I said what I said. These thoughts really come from my mind. That's why I'm so strong on my beliefs. I believe that men are not supposed to chase women. Pursue, yes. Chase, no. Pursue comes with patience, something that a lot of people are lacking nowadays. It's more so like chess rather than checkers, taking your time. He makes his first move as a man should, and then the woman follows his lead if she likes him. And if she doesn't, man, you go on. But that chasing, in my opinion, is borderline stalking. But I only see it that way as a healed woman. Younger, immature, toxic me would have loved that chase, but that was because I was lacking something within, looking for him to feed. You know what I'm saying? Rather than looking for God to feed it. So it's he's a well that never runs dry. Y'all can't do what God can do. So now, by me being healed, I don't see things the way I used to. Ladies, it's nothing cute about being toxic, a man obsessing over you or chasing you. It's chess, not checkers.
I don't know who needs to hear this, but if a man is not chasing after you, like literally, like via text, on the phone, even popping up to your apartment to give flowers, he's probably not interested in you. Like, men are natural hunter-gatherers, like men who have tapped into their masculine energy. If he is not trying to court you, trying to pursue you, then he's not worth it. Like, he's lazy. Or he's just confused. Honestly, like, a lot of guys these days are confused. They are so emasculated because they are not focused on the right things in life. They might be addicted to things that don't really necessarily bring happiness, and they're not focusing on their goals either. So if they're not like mentally in sync, then they're honestly not going to be interested in any woman. And honestly, they're not worth chasing after either. Anyways, that's my 2 cents. Stay crazy, my friends.
What you have to realize is that many women who think like this live in a fantasy. First of all, no man should be chasing a woman. A lot of these women are obsessed with the idea of a man chasing them. But for what? Many of them are simply seeking a feeling, validation. They keep yearning for special treatment while not even trying to earn it. A man will pursue a woman when he feels she brings value, peace, and respect into his life. He's not going to endlessly run after someone who only wants attention or treats him like an accessory. Real relationships aren't built on games. They're built on mutual effort, genuine connection, and appreciation. If a woman expects a man to pursue her, she should also be someone worth pursuing. Someone who meets him halfway, instead of expecting everything to be handed to her.
Do you think a man should chase a woman?
Oh, 100%. 100%.
The chase is fun.
Listen, you will not ever catch me sliding into a man's DM shooting my shot. That is just not, no, that's not okay. A guy that wants to pursue you, that's what a guy does. And any guy that you pursue is gonna throw you out to the gutter because you're just, you know, he can get you if he wants you.
What's the difference between a guy chasing and pursuing?
See, I don't like chasing. Like, I don't want a guy who's blowing up my phone when I don't want to talk to him. That's not cute. But a guy who's pursuing is gonna, like, actively try to make plans with you. And if a girl likes him, she'll do the same back. So it's not like a girl chasing, but it's a girl, like, matching the energy.
Reciprocating.
Yeah.
Okay.
There is something that is inherently feminine about a man that is playing hard to get in modern dating culture that I find so incredibly unattractive. I feel like in 2025, I mean, I'm new to the dating scene again after getting divorced, but I feel like I'm seeing a lot of men who are wanting to be chased, and it just doesn't make sense to me. Like, the sperm swims to the egg. It really just doesn't make sense to me. And the moment that a man starts to engage in any kind of behavior that suggests that he wants to be chased by me, it is immediately such a turnoff for me. Like, if he is starting to try to play hard to get, I'm immediately disinterested, and I'm like, oh, I'm sorry, I was actually looking for a man.
Well, I don't think it's playing hard to get. Most men usually back off whenever they see the energy isn't being reciprocated. That's called self-respect. Many of these women wants to be chased or pursued, but then themselves wants to do nothing. I think in modern dating, men have learned to value their time. Men aren't as desperate as women think. They realize that constantly chasing someone who shows little to no interest is a waste. At the end of the day, relationships are a two-way street. And if a woman feels like she doesn't need to put in effort, then most men will simply walk away. A lot of women, including this woman, take offense to that and call these men feminine, when in reality, he realizes his value. It's not about being feminine. It's about having standards and not tolerating one-sided effort. It's funny how when a man refuses to be used, suddenly he's weak or feminine, when in truth, that's the strongest move he can make.
This is a message to all the men. I'm telling you right now, the kind of girl you want to date is the one that hates all men.
Sounds like someone is trying to get a date.
Why do men feel the need to be chased and always want to play games?
That's false. That's false.
Motherfucker.
That's false.
We're both pointing guns. We both point guns.
No, we don't feel the need to be chased at all.
Yes, you do.
No, how?
Excuse me.
Like,
Wouldn't
for
you be
example,
so bored if a girl was like every day texting you constantly?
You can say the same thing for you guys. It's
I would
just the
love
power
it.
dynamic. It's also like literally the law of attraction. You want what you can't have. It's like
But I'm not like
physiologically,
that.
it's inbred with us.
Wait. What?
This is the reason why I believe women should chase men and not the other way around. Now, before women go hating on me, you want that commitment, right? You want that ring, right? So it's your job to prove to him why it's worthy of you. For one, it's always men chasing you in the beginning. And when they get what they want, that's when they could chill. It's the same for you, right? If you want a commitment, you're going to do what you can to get what you want, and then you'll feel relaxed. Men put in all the work in the beginning, and then you reciprocate that. Not only that, but it's actually a submissive and feminine quality to be chasing a man, double texting him, spamming his phone, because you are excited about him. You're embracing how you feel. And coming from that state of nurturing, wanting to take care of your man and giving him reassurance, trust me, that will make him want to commit to you.
Now, I do agree with this, but that's not how modern women see it. They don't believe they have to put in the work to get a ring. They just think a man should want to marry them because she's in his life. They even have an issue with the word submission. They say it's being a slave to a man. But what they don't realize is that submission in a relationship isn't about slavery. It's about trust, respect, and balance. It's about supporting each other and letting each person play their role in a partnership. Instead, many modern women treat it like a dirty word, ignoring the fact that mutual effort, compromise, and understanding are what actually make a marriage work. They expect the man to do all the heavy lifting while they coast, and then act surprised when the relationship struggles. On top of that, many modern women act like love is just a feeling they're entitled to, instead of something that's earned and maintained every day. They want stability, comfort, and validation handed to them, yet resist the idea of sacrifice, patience, or personal growth.
We need to talk about what is happening with American men. What the hell is going on? Okay, so not only do men not approach women in clubs in New York, but they don't even acknowledge you when you come and sit on the same table as them. Why am I joining your table and you are making eye contact with me and you're cutting your eye at me and looking away? In that particular case, it was just the acknowledgement of, yeah, you're right, and then keep it stepping. Like, I'm British, we are unfriendly as fuck, and you can't out-unfriendly us. You know, if you're gonna do that, that's a record-breaking achievement, and the fact that men in New York can do that is unbelievable. I was talking to my American friend about this, and he was saying, yeah, we do actually just have a bit of an American bitch boy problem. Like, there is just like a national bitch boy problem. And this is happening in the celeb world as well, not just with the common folk. So, what is happening with American men and the pursuit of women? I need to know.
First of all, I just feel like men are not actively pursuing women anymore because you got bitches out here that's like doing shit like this.
I don't know if this happens to anybody else, but the anger I get from making eye contact with a man is like so ridiculous sometimes. Look at the hives I just got, literally just from making eye contact with a man. I literally feel so disgusted. I feel like ow! This stresses me out! Don't look at me!
Yeah. The men are worried about themselves now. At this point, they want you to shoot your shot. Because when they do, they are constantly turned down, being called a creep, being told that they're being harassed, that women are being harassed by them. And let's not talk about the conversation of women talking about how much they hate catcalling. But then at the same token ask questions like, but why aren't the men trying to holler at us anymore? And before I continue, I do want to touch base on the whole New York attitude thing. Baby, let me tell you something. There is nobody in the world that has a worse attitude than a New Yorker. I was born and raised in Brooklyn, New York. Y'all attitude, trust me, does not compare. We have the worst attitudes than anyone on the planet. We are the most standoffish people. Like, you look at us for too long and you finna be asked what the fuck you looking at. Can I help you? Do you need something? Like, when I moved to the South, everybody was all, good morning, good morning. I'm like, do I know you? I grew out of it. I'm kinder. I'm nicer now. But back then, do I know you? Why are you talking to me? Who sent you?
Yeah, don't nobody got a worse attitude than a New Yorker. We are blunt and we don't give two fucks about you. And I don't know what your friend was talking about with the whole bitch boy or bitch man thing. Nah, I think that's just a him thing. Because that's not it. The men are just sick of your shit. Like, girls say things like, oh, I can't stand when a man is trying to befriend you and get to know you and then eventually tries to talk to you. That's an ick. It's like, how can they win? What are their options? You know what it is? To not try to pursue you at all. They don't give a fuck about pursuing you now. Now they want you to take the steps. They want you to work for it. Even when a man is genuinely trying to know a woman or get to know her and he approaches her, hey, how you, ew, get away from me. All right, then. That's why the New Yorkers, they be like, well, fuck you then, bitch. The last thing you want to do is deny a man in New York that's trying to holler at you, because one minute you beautiful, the next minute you look like a monkey. But yeah, I mean, that's just my take on that. I just feel like men they're tired of being turned down. They're tired of being called creeps, and they like, fuck it, shoot your shot.
I mean, this isn't a secret. Countless times we've seen women showing exactly why men shouldn't approach them. Granted, it's not all women, but a majority have found ways to ruin genuine interaction between the sexes. This doesn't only hurt good men who want to date. It also hurts good women who genuinely want a family. Men are increasingly hesitant to approach, and their reasons are very valid. When effort, respect, and genuine interest are met with entitlement, games, or criticism, it discourages men from even trying. Over time, this creates a culture where authentic connection is rare, where good intentions are met with skepticism, and where men prioritize their goals, self-respect, and boundaries over chasing validation that may never come. The unfortunate reality is that both sides lose. Men avoid engagement, and women who are truly serious about love and partnership are left wondering why they can't find a committed, respectful partner.
Men have both chase instinct and pursuit instinct. Chase is coming from their lower self. Pursuit is coming from their higher self. Chase is coming from their animal self. They chase what moves, they chase what's shiny, what's attractive, what they're curious about, what they find interesting, like dogs. But pursuit is coming from their masculine core, their masculine spirit. And they pursue what they see and know and feel is valuable. If you want to be pursued by a man, you have to be in touch with your inherent self-worth. You have to know and feel and believe with all of your being that you are valuable. Okay, so you can show up in the world like that knowing that you are valuable. And when you show up in the world like you are valuable, that's the only time a man can see you as valuable, and that's the only time you can inspire a man's pursuit instinct. A lot of beautiful women get chased by a lot of men but are not pursued, and me included in my past, because they are not connected to their inherent worth, and so they're not showing up in the world as their inherent valuable self. But every woman can get reconnected to their inherent self-worthiness by doing the inner work.
I asked 20,000 men what they wanted in a woman, and not one of them said, I want a woman that's half naked on the internet. Not even one of them said anything about how she should be great in bed. Mind you, you know what they said? I want her to be kind. I want her to be feminine. We're not looking for a slave. We're just looking for a partner. Not somebody who will be randomly angry at everything that I do. Not somebody that will make me walk on eggshells every time I'm in a relationship with her. We want a woman who will admit when she's wrong. That is the most attractive quality in a woman. Mind you, these were all men speaking. So if you think men are shallow and they only look at appearances, I want you to think again. Because I dare to say that it is us women who have it backwards. Trying so hard to be the most attractive woman on the internet. So many women are competing to see which women can show the most skin on the internet. Who can twerk the best. Who can act like she's the one, the best in bed. Grow up. You are the one that's confused. Because you don't understand why you get 1,000 likes, but not one of these men, not one of them, takes you seriously enough to want to make you his wife. Wake up, ladies. Who are the ones being shallow here?
That's because men are simple. Men are actually looking for the innate qualities that women have: kindness, warmth, femininity, support, and the ability to bring peace, while many women are focused on materialistic things. A guy who's 6 feet tall, has a good job, drives a nice car. They see that as the baseline, not the exception. But men aren't obsessed with brands, money, or status symbols. They're drawn to how a woman makes them feel, how she nurtures the relationship, and how she adds value to their life beyond appearances. That's why no amount of designer clothes or expensive dinners will make a man stay if the woman lacks character, respect, or genuine connection. Men want a partner, not a checklist, while too many modern women are busy turning dating into a shopping list. And women who are trying to be the most attractive on the internet are really just insecure women. They're constantly seeking validation from strangers because they don't feel enough on their own. The filters, the angles, the endless posting, it's all a performance to prove worth externally rather than cultivating confidence internally.
Ladies, here's a tip about getting a man to chase you. A man is not going to chase you unless you give him an opportunity to do that. Playing hard to get before he's even interested in you, it's not going to work. If you've been out on 1 or 2 dates and you're playing hard to get and you're wanting him to do all the chasing and do all the hard work, he's not going to do that. He hasn't made up his mind whether he's interested in you or not. So don't play games. Give him an opportunity to decide whether he wants to chase you. Be polite, return his calls, reply to his messages, and let him decide if he wants to chase you. He's not going to do that voluntarily by you playing games.
Why don't men approach women anymore? Have you noticed this happening? I mean, I have not, because I've been married for 10 years, but I'm getting this question all the time from the women that I work with. And here's my take on it. My take is that you are not being approached by men because you are unapproachable. I don't think that it's something that's in the water. I think that women need to have a little bit more compassion and understanding for what men go through. Men being the ones who have to put their ego aside. They're the ones expected to just go up to a woman, strike up a conversation, run the risk of rejection. We're all terrified of rejection. That's a whole other topic. If you want him to approach you, you have to be approachable. At least send over the signals that he will not be rejected. He will not be made to feel like a complete fool and loser if he comes up and tries to talk to you. So make eye contact, smile, have open body language, just be warm. That's all you need to do. You can also go up to him and start talking to him. We're so scared to show interest. If I show interest, it's going to scare him away. No, that's not what's scary. Being needy and desperate is off-putting. Going up to someone, striking a conversation, that is not scary. That's not going to put off a guy who is interested in you. Now, you shouldn't be doing all the work. You shouldn't go up to him and then ask for a date and then start planning the date, ask for his number, ask for the date, start planning. No, because then he's going to feel like, hey, why is she being so aggressive? This is a little bit too much. You have to leave some space for him to like do something. All you really need to do, men, chime in the comments, but I think that they're all going to agree with me. You have to make yourself more approachable. The end.
A lot of women have this misunderstanding that men don't like to be approached, and that couldn't be further from the truth. That belief exists mostly because they don't really understand men or what men actually want. A man doesn't mind a woman making a move on him. In fact, most men appreciate it even more because it shows genuine interest and confidence. Many modern women today carry this idea that they should just sit back, look pretty, and let the man do everything, as if effort only goes one way. But dating isn't a one-sided performance. Men value initiative. They notice when someone meets them halfway, and they respect a woman who isn't afraid to show she's interested instead of waiting on a pedestal to be chosen. Another reason why many women don't make the first move is because they're afraid of getting their ego hurt in case of rejection. Society has conditioned them to tie their self-worth to being chosen or pursued, so the idea of putting themselves out there feels risky.
Oh my god, that guy is so attractive. I want to ask for his number. I'm scared. I'm going to do it. No. Oh, excuse me?
Yeah.
Are you single?
I am, yeah.
I was going to ask for your number.
Nah, man, I'd never date a black girl.
Oh.
I'll see you later, yeah?
Ouch!
Men literally used to go to war. Okay, and now they say, why don't you chase me? Why don't you text me first? I'm sorry, what, diva?
Girls used to be virgins before marriage. Girls used to be passed off from their father to their newly wedded husband. You can conveniently leave out that detail if you'd like to, but that is the fundamental difference as to why guys aren't going to chase women anymore. Men, fundamentally, only want to date women that have a high level of discernment. Why would a guy in his right mind go and chase a woman that's already had 3 husbands or 30 ex-boyfriends? This was historically also never the case. Before you start complaining about why guys won't chase you, maybe you should look in the mirror.
Ouch!
These types of women are really just begging men to chase a bill.
Gotcha, bitch.
Seriously, what are you getting by chasing a modern woman today? Entitlement, attitude, demands, and on top of that, she expects you to be her dependent, her emotional punching bag, and her wallet. There's no need for a man to chase a woman if he doesn't see value in her. He probably noticed that she isn't worth it. A lot of these women are complaining that men aren't chasing them. But what are they chasing? What for? Attention, validation, a pretty face with no effort behind it. A lot of them just feel like they should get chased just because they're a woman. And with that mindset, they stay stuck in the same place, complaining about why men aren't chasing. They don't stop to ask themselves why men aren't chasing anymore. Instead of doing the work on their character, their attitude, or what they bring to a relationship, they rely on the idea that simply existing as a woman is enough.
I love when guys think it's a flex to be like, I don't chase women.
Why wouldn't that be a flex? I mean, that statement rather implies the gentleman doesn't have to chase after or pursue women that are possibly not interested in him, and he has enough self-respect to realize that it's best to get involved with a person who actually has a mutual attraction to you, as opposed to playing the dating games.
Okay, bye. Go find your husband then. Like, I'm all set.
Can we just stop doing that already? It's really not a good look, especially at this point in time. But unfortunately, there still are a lot of individuals that seem to think that shaming tactics are the appropriate way to go when someone isn't doing something that you like. But let me ask, when has shaming someone ever actually gotten them to do what you want them to do? But unfortunately, many women, when it comes to men not doing what they want specifically when it comes to dating, will actually try to shame them by insinuating that they're gay. Unfortunately, that's rather implying that there's something inherently wrong with a person who's gay. And that's just not where it is now, is it? I thought we left that behind a long time ago. But here's an idea. If a gentleman's not doing something that you like when it comes to dating, just say no thank you. Move on. Do try being an adult.
If a woman ever tries to shame you because you're not chasing her, pedestalizing her, or worshipping her, that's a sign you're actually doing something right. You're doing something right, because when a woman doesn't have control over a man, it bothers her. Women who are used to being chased, pedestalized, or constantly validated are conditioned to expect compliance, attention, and easy admiration. The moment a man refuses to play into that, it exposes the fact that she doesn't hold the power she thought she did. This discomfort isn't about you being cold or wrong. It's about her realizing she can't manipulate or control you. And that's a good sign. It means you're operating from independence, confidence, and self-respect. A man who isn't controlled by a woman's whims sets the tone for the relationship dynamic and shows that respect and mutual effort are non-negotiable. The more she tries to provoke, shame, or guilt you, the clearer it becomes that you're doing exactly what strong men should be doing, staying grounded.
Yo, what is going on, guys? So on today's episode, we have a video here from Man Guide titled, All Men Need to See This. Women are finally admitting what use they have for men. Today's video was also sent to me by Matrix of Madness. I'm going to leave both of their channels linked in the video description. Let's jump right into the episode.
So I'm getting my back blown out in a bedroom at this random party and someone tries coming in. Thankfully, it was locked, so we just kept going quietly, but it was annoying because I just wanted to get my nut in. So I tried to speed up the pace because homeboy was not doing the job. Then I hear the doorknob clicking again, and this time it swings right open. And it happens to be the dude's friends that I'm smashing, and they start laughing. Apologize, and are about to walk out, but I told them, hold on, are y'all not gonna hop in? Because this dude wasn't working, so why not get his besties? So now I'm getting railed in all three of my holes, and honestly, it was the highlight of my year. Just remember, your man's besties always got your back.
Am I okay? I am this morning. I had to get a large dose of meds last night at the emergency room because I got my back literally blown out.
That is the most disgusting thing right now. The over-sexualization of our culture. I did the Whatever podcast. It broke my heart to sit across from a 22-year-old who sleeps with 10 men a night.
I am 22 years old and I'm a full-time sex worker. I do content creating like on OnlyFans as well as stripping.
And her answer is, well, I make money. Our culture is demonic. Feminism is the number one attack on family. What are they telling women? Men ain't shit. You shouldn't be having children. Women are being told that they should be like men. By the way, we're getting the worst end of the deal. I don't know who sat down and had the feminist meeting in the beginning and was like, hey, so here's how we're really going to make men lose. First, we're just going to keep sleeping with them with no commitment. And then we're going to be naked on the internet all the time. And then we're going to say, we're going to work just like you. And we're going to bring in the same. I don't know. This is the worst deal ever.
Wait, I thought this was empowerment for women. I thought this was what women wanted. You know, I think they should continue to go out there, continue to not respect themselves. I mean, hey, these dudes that are being hooked up with, I'm sure they appreciate it. I mean, they don't want you, of course, because you're unlikable. But I thought this was empowering for women, guys. I thought this was good for women. This is news to me. I'm as shocked as the women are.
For that, men get to compete in your sport.
This is why if she's told you she's been to at least one party, like a high school or college party, no matter if she's underage, and let's be real, there's alcohol at these underage parties, that's a black flag. Automatic disqualification. Because she can be a glory hole like this bedwench. And the scary thing is that this 304 is proud of being a semen dumpster.
What the hell? I want to do that. Okay. Snap it.
Mom!
What?
Can you make me a sandwich, please?
I'm trying to get on bad mom talk. Like, I don't know any of these dances. It's because I'm always making you sandwiches. God, I'm never going to get there.
This is so cringe, man. Like, I understand this is probably a skit. But what happened to mothers actually being mothers, you know, wanting to actually care and provide for their children and things like this? I swear half the time these women have children and they don't even care about the damn kid. It's so sad to see. Like, you should be excited that you can go and make your kid a sandwich and you can look after your child. You know? But these days, these women are like, these days, these women are on TikTok and they're comparing their lives to all of these other different people. And, oh, I want to be on bad mum TikTok. It's like, no, you have a role to do. And if you didn't like the role, if you didn't want the role, why sign up for it in the first place? And every woman will try and convince you that she's the unique case and blah, blah, blah. You signed up to be a mother. And it sounds to me like you're a terrible one. It is what it is. It happens.
Because I'm always making you sandwiches. God, I'm never gonna get there.
I might be broke as hell tomorrow, but that's alright, cause I'm that bitch today.
Men are trash.
Men are trash.
Yes.
Describe your...
Men are trash.
Men are trash.
Yes.
Describe your ideal man.
Less than 1% type
Describe him.
of guy.
Describe him.
Paul has money more than I would make.
Minimum amount of money that you would want your man to make a year or net worth?
Over $1 million a year. I don't want to date someone that makes less money than I do.
Why would a guy who makes $1 million a year, and I mean this sincerely, why would he want to marry you?
So why would this mythical alpha want to be with a female who claims men are trash when he can pick from the whole single female population practically? The man she's describing is either probably married or is being a player and smashing 9s and 10s. Why would he want to leave that player or playboy lifestyle for some super entitled feminist broad? I honestly wonder at what point in her life will she realize she's not going to get this man she thinks she deserves.
Oh no, she'll get him. I've been told many times, guys, that this man that these women are looking for, oh, he's right around the corner. You know, keep going out there, keep dating until you're like 60. I'm sure you'll eventually find him. Again, I want to stress this, okay? This is what women wanted. You are strong, you are empowered. So I would encourage you to go out there and to continue chasing these men. Very empowering, very independent. Let's continue.
Man woke you up at 2 a.m. He said, baby, can you cook me a meal? Would you cook your man a meal if he woke you up at 2 a.m.?
No. Just being honest.
What about you, Kiki?
It all depends on how I'm feeling.
All right, it depends.
Oh, another depends.
It depends on the situation.
Here's another question. If an intruder broke inside the house, would you or would you not expect your man to go downstairs and handle that break at the door? Natasha.
Absolutely.
I'll say this, guys. It doesn't even need to be a break-in. There can be like some animal, like some spider she's scared of in the house. She'll still expect to, you to wake up and take care of it, right? She wants the spider gone and she wants you to do something. I guarantee you'll have to wake up at 2 a.m. You'll have to handle it. What's that? You forgot to put the bins out, or the bins still aren't out. Well, you have to get up and you have to do it. But any sort of role for a woman to do, it's like, no, they won't get up, they won't do it.
Allie.
Yes.
Kiki.
All I'm saying is if you don't, it's over after that.
Yeah, I would expect that.
What I've heard...
This woman... What is this? What is this? I can't even say any words because I'll just get banned from YouTube. But this woman expects you to get up there and to go and fight off an intruder. And this is the individual that I'm doing this for. Oh, hell no, bro. Oh, hell no.
Woman's wifey duty is based off her feelings, right? It depends on how I feel. But the man's duty of protecting you, it's mandatory.
Oh, yeah. Well, let's take it a step further. I don't feel like paying the bills today. I don't feel like taking the bins out today. I don't feel like cleaning the gutters today. I don't feel like handling the garden today, for all those weeds. I don't feel like killing the weeds today. Yeah, but mainly I just don't feel like paying rent. So good luck. But yeah, he's absolutely right. The women's duties, as it were, completely based off of their feelings, but men are expected to do them regardless of the circumstances.
How is it a fair deal?
These are so different. Like,
Yeah,
one is like
they're
even
not.
the same situation. One is
They're
like
not.
you're both about to die, maybe. Right, and if you don't and the do other it, one you're is gonna you might die not too. eat.
Right, because, making a sandwich is so much harder than fending off an intruder. I mean, I'll agree, the equivalency is much different, but honestly, fending off an intruder sounds a lot more difficult to me than making a sandwich. So does paying the rent, for example, and looking and providing for you, looking after and caring and providing for you. These women claim it's a false equivalency, but there's like 500 different examples that you can give where the men are still expected to do their role, but the woman won't make a sandwich.
So it's not about the situation. It's about what the man is attracted to, and it's about what the woman is attracted to. The man is attracted to femininity, submissiveness. The woman is attracted to masculinity, protecting and providing. So if you're not giving what we are naturally attracted to, it's not a fair deal if we have to always give you what you're naturally attracted to. That's going to protect you. Make sense?
Modern women want traditional masculine men, but don't want to be traditionally feminine women. The so-called 50-50 relationship is for these feminists to have one foot out the door, so they can cheat or outright leave the relationship for another HOE phase because they have their own money, thus they can land on their feet. A female comments, life or death situation versus a tummy rumbling? The whole point is that it's a wife's duty to make the husband happy and support him. So if there was an intruder, he'd have motivation to protect her, because she shows him she loves him by waking up in the middle of the night to cook him something. Another comment. He actually thought he was saying something. That's what gets me.
I mean, again, guys, I will stress that fighting off an intruder is also a lot more dangerous and a lot more difficult than making a sandwich, guys. It's like you expect these modern women to do 2% of anything, and they'll be like, oh, hell no. I don't want to cook for my man. I don't want to clean for my man. I'm strong and independent. I think dudes should just sit there and say, okay, no problem. Bye. You're not my problem, guys. Because here's the thing. A woman who really likes you and a woman who's feminine, she's going to want to make you a sandwich. Like, she's going to want to be nice to you. She's going to want to, make you cookies. Yeah. You see what I'm saying? These women, I guarantee you, they can't even make cookies. They just will fail abysmally at it. Okay? And it's not even... The thing is, guys, I would actually argue it's not even because the man is hungry, right? It's not even about the food. It's about the fact that women are just not willing to do anything nice for men these days. Okay, half the time the men don't care about the cookies. They don't even care about the sandwich. They just want to feel appreciated and looked after. It's really not that damn difficult. But these women, they act like it's some sort of oppression, right? That we as men, we're just out here oppressing them. Like, if you feel like we're oppressing you, whatever, bro. We're just going to completely ignore you. And this is what men are doing. They're opting out of relationships. They're ignoring women like this.
These females are clueless. It's going over their head. No wonder why they're single. No wonder why modern women and feminists in the West are the least wanted women in the world. Only seen as a lay to get the practice strokes in. Another comment. An appropriate comparison would be, babe, can you go and repair the car at 2 a.m.? Making something that takes maybe 30 minutes to cook is nowhere close to actually fixing a car.
I mean, sandwiches don't take 30 minutes to make. They take like 2 seconds, depending on what you put in the sandwich and whether or not you're toasting it and things like this. It's actually not even close to going and repairing the car outside at 2 a.m. The car is going to be outside. You probably need some sort of tool depending on how exactly you're repairing the car. It's going to take a lot longer and be a lot more difficult than making a sandwich. And by the way, guys, I just want to make this clear. I think that men would be a lot more inclined to do this. For example, if the woman needed the car for whatever reason at 2 a.m, let's just say you guys were going to a flight or something, right? Or the car was needed for whatever reason, okay? Maybe her friend's in an emergency and she needs to use the car, and it's the car that you guys have. I guarantee you'd be expected to repair the car at 2 a.m. And I guarantee you a lot of men would do it. I really do. I think a lot of guys would get up at 2 a.m, they'd repair the car, and that's the way it would go.
But somehow, making a man something at 3 a.m. that they're supposed to love is too much for these bedwenches. Just exposes them that they only marry for the benefits and to divorce Rob.
I want to highlight this as well, guys, because I think channels like mine, channels like Man Guide, all these other channels that cover these TikTok video clips, right? The criticism is, well, this isn't reality. A lot of women don't think like this. And obviously not. TikToks aren't an accurate representation of reality, right? Obviously. However, there is a very large section of society, particularly in Western women, that has this exact same attitude. Okay, point in case, look how many likes these comments have, guys. Look how many women are agreeing with this stuff. 5,220 women agree that, playing defense for this particular scenario. You see what I'm saying? It's like, a lot of women have this exact same attitude. I'm not going to cook for a man. I'm not going to clean for a man, etc., etc. A very, very widespread attitude. It's not just a couple of random TikToks on the internet. A lot of women don't want to be feminine. They don't want to look after their boyfriend.
Call me crazy if you want, but I've never liked store-bought.
That's crazy. You know what else is crazy? I texted my boyfriend last week to see if he wanted any snacks when I got off of work, because we will regularly do that for each other the days that we work late. Instead of responding with what tasty treats he wanted from the grocery store, he said that he really needed to tell me something, and that he needed space, and that he had gotten his own living spot. So I responded with, wait, what? Because we've lived together for 3 years. We have 2 dogs together. We're both on the lease of the house that we live in. There was no signs of him wanting to get his own apartment. We were cuddling earlier that day. We've been kissing, saying I love you, all the normal stuff. So you respond and say, wait, what? Can we talk about this? What's going on? They don't respond. So you text them again frantically, and you say, are you going to be home when I get there? And they say, no, I will not be home. And then all of your text messages start going green, and all of your calls start going to voicemail. So you think you've been blocked. So you get into your house, you find their house keys on the kitchen table. You go into their office/closet room thing, and all of their stuff is gone except for a couple ties in the closet, some papers nailed to the wall, some trophies, and a pile of hangers on the floor. And 8 hours ago, nothing was packed, everything was fine. So you freak out trying to get a hold of this person thinking that they're dead. You try to contact their dad over a span of 3 days. You have not heard anything from this person since they last texted you, no, I will not be home. And you finally hear from them after 3 days, and they say that they still love you and that they want to talk, just not this weekend. And since then, the only communication you've had over the last couple of days is intermittent text messages in between them blocking and unblocking you.
I hate to be mean, but it looks like she hit the wall. She looks middle-aged already. After 3 years, her ex probably realized she wasn't the one and bounced. Why would someone be in a long-term in America when females are giving it up so easy? Besides, modern women aren't giving men the girlfriend or wife treatment, so what's the point to commit to someone then?
You know what? I'll say this, okay? If this woman is telling 100% the truth and everything seemed fine, and this dude opted into a relationship with her like 3 years ago and then just did this randomly, I feel for her, right? I feel a little bit of sympathy. However, a few things to point out here. Number one, I don't believe her story. Dudes typically don't just up and leave for no reason. Usually the reason why dudes do this is because they found you cheating or whatever the case may be. So number one, I don't particularly believe the woman. Number two, again, so many women who are like, they're looking for their long-term partner when they hit 27, probably wouldn't be so much of an issue for this woman if she was actually trying to have a serious relationship more so in her early 20s. But this is what these women do, guys. I've been telling you is they get to like 27, 28, 29, and then they try and settle down now. Right? They've had their party years, they've had their fun, and then they try and lock down some dude, and then they find out that the men aren't really interested in committing. I don't think dudes should be going out here and getting in three-year-long relationships only to just up and ditch them, and I certainly don't think that this is the standard, though. This kind of screams to me that something else was going on here that this woman is not exactly talking about.
There was signs you were just blind. Yeah, the signs were probably stop getting fat. Maybe do some girlfriend duties like cook and clean. And someone responds to the comment, my husband did his usual kiss goodbye and told me he loved me and I never saw him again. Only spoke via text for weeks before he asked for a divorce. A lot of men, despite being married, still have to negotiate for sex. Thought the whole point of marriage was to get a more regular access to the box. These women use it as a negotiating chip to do less wife chores around the house.
Yeah, and you know what happens, by the way? I think a lot of reasons why these guys just up and dip one day also, like they do it in this particular way when the woman is at work or something like this, is because the women are damn crazy a lot of the times, right? People like to talk about how violent and aggressive men are and all of this sort of thing. But guys, if you've ever seen a woman lose her marbles, I mean, things absolutely can get a little bit dicey. And of course, if you defend yourself or if something goes wrong and then all of a sudden the police are for whatever reason at your house, who do you think they're going to be looking at? They're going to be looking at you as the man, as the perpetrator in this particular situation. Okay? I've said it before, but oftentimes women in particular, especially these days, are not very good at taking rejection. They will absolutely lose their mind. I mean, guys, I've known dudes who have had their tires slashed and things like this, and who have absolutely been in dangerous situations when they try and break up with their girlfriends and things like this, right? So I think a lot of the reason why dudes do this as well is because it's honestly, it sounds like a joke, but it's really not, a bit of a safety precaution. We usually hear it the other way around. We usually hear how men are dangerous, but I think a lot of these women are quite honestly dangerous as well. And I really don't believe them a lot of the time. I think that the men have typically said what is going on. The women ignore them, and then the dude eventually leaves.
Another comment. Don't take them back, or you might as well marry store-bought pesto. I think the whole point of being ghosted is the guy not coming back. These delusional females still refuse to take the L.
Yeah, I mean, the dude's gone. He doesn't want to be with you, clearly.
I guess their ego is too big. Another comment. Put him on block. Leave him on block. Change the locks and don't look back. You deserve better. Apparently, she deserves being alone because someone disappeared to get away from her. And that's the problem with social media. These females will pump each other's egos up, It's one big feminist you go girl circle jerk.
Yeah, I don't think this dude left for no reason. I don't think it's random. Oh, this dude randomly left after 3 years. I don't believe it.
And the issue is, there isn't going to be anyone better than the guy who left, because that better man will wonder why she got ghosted.
I'm married now, you guys. I've been married for 8 years. I have 3 kids with my husband. My husband is now overseas. He's been over there for about 2 years. When he do come home, he probably come home 3 times out of the year. He stay home for maybe 2 to 3 weeks at a time. All right, cool. I've been lonely. I've been lonely. So I end up cheating on my husband. Yes, I cheated on him. He don't know that I cheated on him. After this video, he gonna know, and I'm in some deep ass shit.
What the hell are you doing? So not only do you cheat on the guy, you think that the best course of action is also to go out there and make a public TikTok video where you talk about this? I mean, you are clinically insane.
But it gets worse than that. It gets worse than the cheating. All right, so I ended up going to the bar one night and ended up having a one-night stand with this guy, and it was amazing. So that one-night stand turned into almost an every night stand. But it was just like a sexual relationship. I didn't even really care to even really get to know the man. It's just I'm married, so it was just.
Oh, of course, that makes it so much better. Well, you're married. Oh, well, that makes all the difference. It actually makes a very large difference. Probably not in the way that you think, though, but carry on.
Whatever, my husband couldn't do for me at the time, I was messing with this guy, this young fella, and he fine too. But yeah, I'm messing with this fella. All right, cool. So, we've been messing around for maybe 2 years now or whatever. And I'm just now, we used to, when we met up, we just get a room. But now it's like, okay, I could come to your house. You can't come to my house because my kids is at the house, but now I'm going to his house. All right, cool. So, long story short, today I found out a bitch is pregnant. I am pregnant. My husband is overseas. So there's no way it could be my husband, baby. It got to be this man, baby. I haven't even told him yet. All right. So yesterday I go to his house and I see this wall and it got the pictures, like the picture collage and stuff. And I'm just now paying attention to it. So I'm looking at the pictures and I'm just like, oh, okay. He doesn't have any kids. So I'm just looking at the pictures and just looking. And then I see a picture of my husband on the motherfucking wall. So I'm just like, the whole time I'm over there, I'm just sitting there like trying to think like, how am I gonna ask him, how do you know that guy that's on your wall? So I'm just, I done bit off all my nails, you guys. Like, I got one more thumb left. I got the thumb left because I'm over there nervous. I'm just biting my nails. Just trying to figure out how.
Oh yeah, by the way, you asked, what is this live? This live is to show the reason why modern men don't want to get married to modern women anymore, because the juice ain't worth the squeeze, since you want to know. Let's get back to
am I gonna ask him, how do you know this particular man in this goddamn picture? And I'm like, if you know him, then you know he got a wife. So I'm like, was this a setup? Like, cause I just don't know. So I just fucking like, after I done ate off all my fingernails and we done watch movie, everything, like I finally asked. So I go back over to the wall. So now I'm just like, all right, cool. You just gotta start asking questions like, well, who is this lady? Who is this person? Who is this? So I'm like, who this? He like, that's my mama. Who? This your daddy? All right, cool. Now this nigga right here. I ain't saying like that, but you get down to the nigga right here. How do you know him? Who's that? He said, that's my brother.
Stop the cap. Stop the cap right now. Stop the cap.
She's trying to make us believe that she didn't know who her husband, brother, or half-brother was. If the guy was her husband's cousin, I can believe her not knowing, but he's her husband's brother. She means to tell us she's never seen a photo of her husband's brother or never seen him at a family barbecue or cookout or family reunion? When modern women finally tell the truth or reveal a truth willingly, it's usually because they're doing some type of damage control to plug the dam so it doesn't burst.
That's a really good point. right, is when the truth eventually does come out, and when you see videos like this, oftentimes, as bad as they seem, it's actually a lot worse because they're doing damage control from the original situation.
Which will give the man a false sense of closure. Her husband needs to DNA test his kids, because I'm willing to bet this isn't the first time she cheated. I definitely can guess a scenario that she knew her brother a lot longer. Maybe was seeing both of them at the same time. His brother got her pregnant, and now her ex-husband got cucked and committed to her thinking a kid was his. That's why she strangely said she couldn't attribute this pregnancy to her husband because he's overseas. No shit. We get that he's overseas making money for the family while she's being a bedwench. And damn.
Isn't it wild how, like, the dudes are out here providing for their family, they're working overseas, things like this, and then those exact same dudes are like the ones who get cheated on a lot of the times. Like, when you really think about that, so men are out here putting in the effort, providing, caring, protecting, etc., and then what do they get? They get cheated on while they're in deployment, okay? There are lots of dudes, I've actually heard this is really, really common in the military, where dudes go on deployment, you know, they're serving their country, and they're providing for their family. They come home and their girlfriend or wife has just completely ditched them or been cheating on them the entire time. It's disgusting. It's absolutely disgusting. But let's take a look at some of these comments here from that video.
In-law, and someone responds, "True, it would make more sense if they were lost siblings, but they were talking and he had a recent pic of his brother. She probably lying." Just as I said, she was in the same town or city as the brother and happened to run into him at a bar. Plus, she commented on how attractive he was. She at the very least had a thing for him when she saw him. And the brother-in-law or brother can't be absolved from this either. That's his brother's wife. There's plenty of other women out there. Dude must be a Pookie and a Ray Ray because damn, so much for loyalty being thick as blood. There's actually a popular belief you're more likely to be screwed over and backstabbed by family members. Another comment says, "You are this man's second family. Your husband's other family knows his mama, his brothers, sisters, whatever." And someone responds, "No, she met his mama. She says that in another video. The video is a half-brother on the father's side. She met his mama." I don't believe this for one bit, that she didn't know, even if he's a half-brother. A comment points out, "You know when he finds out, not only will it destroy his marriage, he'll be discharged from the military." Damn, that's effed up if true. I didn't know that. Wow, according to Google, it reads, "Adultery is considered a violation of the Uniform Code of Military Justice, or UCMJ, and can be subject to disciplinary action. The consequences may range from administrative penalties such as a formal reprimand to more severe actions including demotion or discharge from the military." She not only embarrassed him, effed up his life, but also may cost his career just for TikTok fame. I hope that's not the case, but I think something like this is too distracting for the soldier or sailor to do their duties. Can someone who's been in the military please leave a comment in the comments section about this? I know cheating is extremely common in the military, especially when the husbands are overseas. There's a term for it, Jody's wife. This broad, if someone is awarded child support, may not even get it now because her ex-husband will be jobless. The bedwench may have just fumbled the bag. Good job, wench. You just played yourself.
Being a single mom is so damn hard. You are the provider, the disciplinary, the comforter, the teacher, the best friend. You are literally everything all in one.
I mean, maybe you should have thought about that before you decided to become a single mother in the first place. How many videos like this have we seen, guys, where women will jump on here, they will cry and complain, saying, "Oh, it's so difficult to be a single mother," or "It's so difficult to do X, Y, Z." But when in reality, they are the ones who chose to become a single mother in the first place. They could have a father around for their kids, but they chose to either hook up with the bad boy who didn't want to stick around, or they decided to destroy their family by getting rid of the man in the first place. Which, by the way, women are incentivized to do because they get a paycheck sometimes for doing it. So it's an absolutely disgusting situation all around. I don't feel sorry for these women. I really do not.
And some days you just feel like you are completely failing.
Man, women be like, "Oh, you're 5'9"? Do you have a real job? Do you have 401k? Then they'd be like, oh, you're 6 foot. Ex-wife? Oh, okay. Baby mama? All right, that's fine. Then they'd be like, "I'm sorry, you're 6'4"? You haven't been child support in years? It's all right. We'll work on that. You owe how much in debt? It's okay. We'll figure it out. You haven't seen your kid in 6 months? We'll get her back. Women are and they wonder why they're so single out here. Women crazy as hell. Crazy as hell.
Hey, we got Corey in the comments. He says, as a man that is 6'4", I can't confirm this is true. I just got out of prison and my old lady was waiting on me. Another guy says, at 5'11", I'm not sure where I ever categorize at. That's fair. These modern women, man, she telling on y'all. They gonna call you pick me, but you speaking the truth right now.
Men, I know these are some things that you might be thinking,